Hi, Gomes graduates. It's Miss Lima here. I am providing you today with a social studies lesson. I just want to start by saying that I miss you all so much. I wish that we were doing this in person, but here we go. So, as you remember, we were doing our regions of the United States before we left school. We were working on a project. So, what I'm going to do is continue giving you all of that information that we were learning about each of the states. So, today I thought I would start with some history of the United States so that we can talk a little bit about how we got to where we are today with 50 states in the United States. We're going to also travel through each of the states, and we'll talk a little bit about the 5 major U.S. territories that we have today. So, as most of you know, the Revolutionary War resulted in us having our freedom from Great Britain, from England, and we had 13 states at that time up and down the east coast of the United States. Back then, if you look at this other map that I have, the United States consisted of this orange area here. So we had our 13 states, and we also owned other land that wasn't colonized yet. If you think back to when we did Lewis and Clark and me in ELA, we're talking about this second yellow area called the Louisiana Purchase, where we bought a whole bunch of land from France. And then Thomas Jefferson, who was our president at the time, this was in 1803, sent Lewis and Clark to explore this land, and we read about that in our ELA story. The next thing we did was we got Florida. Florida over here, we got from Spain in 1819. Okay, then we took over Texas, this green over here, and we took that over in 1845. Okay, up here in the Northwest, where you would find Oregon, Washington, and Idaho today, that was a gift that was given to us by Great Britain in 1846. Now we're going to go down towards the southwest of the United States, and we had a war with Mexico. It was the Mexican War, and this brown area here that you can see on this map right here, basically it was California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. We basically purchased that land from Mexico after the Mexican War. And then in 1853, there was a small piece right down here, and you can see it in this map, this little golden area right here. We were given that by Mexico, and that was in 1853. And if you remember, we were reading Coyote School News right before we left school. We were still working on that story, and that story actually takes place in that little golden area down there in the United States. If you remember in the story, it said that the Mexico line was moved, and that Monchi's Ranch went from being part of the country of Mexico to being part of the United States. So that's that little piece right there. After that, this was all part of the United States. The only two that we had left to add were Alaska, which is up off of Canada, and Hawaii, which is out in the Pacific Ocean. So for those, let's see, Alaska was purchased from the country of Russia in 1867, and then we gained Hawaii in 1898. So that's a little bit about our states, how we got them, and how we got to be the 50 states that we are today. So my social studies lessons are going to be focused around that for now. So what I want to hear from you is make a comment. We have our United States are split up into 5 regions. That's what we were studying in school. So do you want to start with the Northeast? Do you want to start with the Southeast? Do you want to start with the Midwest, the West? So Northeast, Southeast, Midwest, Southwest, and West. Those are the 5 regions of the United States. Do you have a preference? Give me a comment. Let me know which region you want to start with or which state you want to start with. And starting with the next ones, we will do one state at a time until we get them all. Talk to you soon. Bye.